Hi everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a beauty haul. I went to the drugstore, Sephora, and Ulta. I really got in the mood to try all the new stuff that was out. Some of it's not new, it's just stuff that I've never tried before. And so I'm going to share with you everything I got. So let's get started. We'll start at the drugstore. This is one of the things that is not new but that I've never tried. It's the Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. And I've seen a lot of people on YouTube use this. I got it in 001 transparent, and it's not supposed to show up on your skin. I find that it does not change the color of my foundation, which I like. I normally can't find one that perfectly matches the foundation I'm using, and a lot of times it'll make my foundation darker, which I really don't need. I have a hard enough time finding a foundation that's light enough anyway, so this I really like. I've always been a fan of the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. I think it's really pretty, really good for a cheap bronzer, and it smells incredible. And I wasn't aware that all their powders smell that way. This Stay Matte smells so good to me. I can't even describe to you what it smells like. It smells good, and I enjoy putting it on every day just to get that smell, and it's really nice. So far, I've really liked it. When I put it over my foundation, it makes it look even more flawless, and it's great. It only claims to have 5 hours of natural shine control, but I mean, with any powder, you're not gonna get, you know, a full 8 or 12 hours unless you have normal skin. I have oily combination skin, mostly oily, so anytime that I use something that claims to be shine free, I normally have to use at least one shine sheet in the afternoon, but it's worked really well so far, and I like it. Next, we have the Loreal Youth Code Pore Vanisher, and this is just actually a sample size, and I wasn't even aware that the drugstore started giving away samples, but I found these right beside the boxes of the full-size Pore Vanishers, and I thought, that's a great way to get, you know, a couple of uses out of it before I buy a big one. And if I don't like it, I don't have to use the time and effort to keep the receipt, take it back if I don't like it. This way I can see if I like it even a little bit and want to purchase the full size. So I'll keep you up to date on what I think about this. I haven't opened it yet. I'm very excited to try it though. Next, we have the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I've heard a lot of people compare this to the Benefit Porefessional, and I haven't used that one personally. I've heard a lot of great things about it. In fact, that may be something I try next, but for the baby skin, I didn't notice a whole lot of difference when I applied it under my foundation. It didn't seem to erase the pores like it claims. It might have made my skin or the foundation go on a little bit smoother, but as far as erasing pores, I didn't see a huge difference. It's fairly reasonable. I think it's only $7 or $8. And so if you have really large pores, you might want to try it. But I just have moderate pores, and I didn't see a whole lot of a difference. So I would not repurchase this. But I don't think I'll be taking it back either. I might use it one day for something, and it being only $7, I don't feel guilty not taking it back. Then my favorite product from the drugstore is the L'Oreal Extraordinaire Liquid Lipstick, and I've been so excited to try these because overall I love L'Oreal lip products. They're my favorite at the drugstore, and this one to me is reminiscent of the YSL liquid lipsticks in the packaging, the way it's got the color in the front. You open it up and it's got the doe foot applicator. And one thing I really like about this is you can see the lipstick right here perfectly matches this color swatch and the color swatch here. So there's no guessing what color you're gonna get on the inside. It is perfectly matched to the formula inside. And so when you look, you don't have to open each one, just look at the outside and that's the color you're gonna get. But I've tried this a couple of times and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to go back and get a few more colors. I only bought this one color. It's 201 Rose Symphony, and I wore it. It's got a beautiful finish, very shiny, very thick, but it's not sticky. And the smell is wonderful. It smells like passion fruit. It's not really too fruity, but it's definitely got a passion fruit scent to it. And I ate dinner with it, brushed my teeth, and you could still see a little bit of a stain on my lips all over, which is what I really love, because some of them stain, but they leave like a darker ring around the outside of your lips, and you have to go in and fill that in or else it doesn't look very good. But when a lipstick or lip gloss stains your entire lip to where after you eat, you don't have to reapply. There's still some color there. You don't look washed out. That's what I really love. And this stuff was great. I look for texture if it's not sticky, and it wasn't. Smell, I really liked. I like the passion fruit. It's also not too strong once you get it on. I mean, it's not like in your face, smell it all day, you know, choke you strong, because I know some people are very sensitive to the smell. But I love that it stained my lips, lasted a long time, and definitely go get you one of these. I love it, and I'll be purchasing some more colors. They had some really pretty reds and darker reds that I was very interested in, so I can't wait to try some more of these. Alright, let's move on to Sephora. I didn't get a whole lot from Sephora, but here's what I did get. I got the Boscia Mask Medley. It's 3 of their famous masks: the Luminizing Black Mask, Bright White Mask, and Cool Blue Calming Mask. And I can actually show you one of them, but I've already used 2. This is what it looks like, the Luminizing Black Mask. In this trial size case, it's just a one-time use mask in the 3 different formulas, so that you can try them first to see if you like them. And I'm excited to use the Luminizing Black Mask because it seems to be the one I need the most probably. It says that it boosts skin clarity and minimizes the appearance of pores. So I'm excited to compare this one to the Origins Charcoal Mask, because that one is my favorite. I use it all the time, and it's pretty cheap for a mask, so I want to see how this compares to it. Then there was the Bright White Mask, a brightening mask that helps visibly even skin tone and diminish the appearance of hyperpigmentation. Now, I don't know that it would do that in one use, but I really wasn't overly impressed with it. It didn't brighten up my complexion, or definitely didn't help the hyperpigmentation that I have so badly, but I probably wouldn't repurchase that one. I did like the peel off aspect, and all 3 of the formulas are that way. It was really nice and easy to get off, which my Origins mask, you really have to work at it to get it off. And then actually just last night I used the Cool Blue Calming Mask, a refreshing, revitalizing peel-off mask that instantly cools, calms, and hydrates. And I can tell you this, it is cooling. I mean, it was like menthol on your face and very cold. And then when I walked around the house, and you know, it creates kind of a wind on your face, it was super cold. Almost too cold. I know I read a lot of reviews that said that some people couldn't even handle it, couldn't leave it on the full 25 minutes. I could definitely handle it, but it wasn't calming to me. That's what I expected it to be. It was very hydrating and calming. No, this was invigorating. And so if you want something on a Saturday morning to wake you up, you've got a lot to do that day, I would suggest getting that because it's very revitalizing. It's the blue one down here. It was actually a gorgeous mask too. The blue was like a pearl luminescent color, and it was just really pretty. You know, my other masks are black or green, and so that one was something different. It was actually pretty to put on. But if I was going to buy anything out of those 2, it would be the Cool Blue Calming Mask. I felt like it did hydrate, and I felt like my skin was calmed down and helped a little bit with the redness. And I can't wait to try the Luminizing Black Mask. I will let you know if it compares to my Origins mask, because I really do love that one. Then I got the Philosophy Hope in a Tube. It is a high density eye and lip firming cream. I actually bought this for my lips, not my eyes. I I'm starting to get like lines right here, probably from drinking through a straw or kissing my husband too much, but they're getting really noticeable to where after my lips go back, the lines don't. And so I really wanted to try this. It says, for all skin types, helps to improve the appearance of vertical lines around the mouth, helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles around the eye area. And I used this probably 4 nights in a row, and I got a little breakout on the top of my lip, and I don't know if that was coincidence or if it's this stuff and making me break out, but I tend to get clogged pores around my lips, and so I have to be careful what I use. And this stuff is super thick. I mean, it really coats those lines and leaves it really shiny, so I wouldn't wear it during the daytime. I put it on at night. But I'm gonna quit using it for a couple of days and see if I stop breaking out. And if this is the culprit, it's definitely going back. I think it was $35. Now this product I know I'm way behind on, but it is the BeautyBlender. And I have not purchased one of these even though they've been super popular. I could never see paying $20 for a makeup sponge. When I started wearing liquid foundation, I just used the little wedge sponges from the drugstore. And then I discovered foundation brushes, and I really like those and how it applied my foundation. So I never saw the need to go ahead and get a BeautyBlender because I thought I would never go back to sponges. But the more I researched it, the more curious I was more than anything. I've heard that there was a dupe for this at Marshall's and TJ Maxx for only $5, but I couldn't find one anywhere. So I just went ahead and bought the BeautyBlender. It's about $20, and I must say I'm very impressed by it. I think that I would buy it again, and I'm definitely going to keep this one. To apply my foundation, I just put a little on the back of my hand, and then I take the large end of the egg, the bottom, and dip it in there, and then pat it onto my skin. And you basically just bounce it on there, and it evens it out. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the egg is normally smaller than this. It will fit in the casing when it comes in the mail. But then you run it under water and squeeze it out really good, and then put it in a towel and squeeze it out again. And it just makes the sponge damp, and it makes it to where it won't soak up all the foundation into the sponge. But it also helps, you know, smooth out the foundation on your skin when the sponge is just a little bit damp. So you just bounce it all over, and then the pointed end I use for my under eye concealer, and I just pat it with the pointed end. And I really like it so far. I also bought the solid blender cleanser, and I haven't tried it yet, but I hear great things about cleaning the sponge because you can see it gets stained, and I hear that this takes all the makeup out of it, excuse me. And just to show you this, it just looks like a solid bar of soap. It smells very medicinal, like Vicks Vapor Rub kind of. So we'll see if that smell lasts in my sponge. But it's also a brush cleaner, so I'm excited to see how well this works. I think you're just supposed to wet the brush and then take it in the solid cleanser and swirl it around till it foams up. That's it from Sephora. Now we'll move on to Ulta. Ulta, I got an Anastasia Brow Wiz Skinny Brow Pencil. And I must confess that I have never done my eyebrows before. I never really felt the need to because my eyebrows are so thick and so dark and pretty much so unruly. I have to use a clear brow gel every day just to keep them in place, and they still like want to go every which way by the end of the day. But I've been curious lately about evening out my brows. You probably can tell right now because I don't have my brows done that they're uneven. Like one has a higher arch than the other, and I've been interested in like evening that out for special occasions or just when I feel like really getting glammed up. And I saw great things about this pencil. A lot of people use it. On this end is like the skinny pencil side, and it is very fine, and it really creates like a natural looking hair because the tip is so fine. And then on this end you have the spoolie brush, which you can brush them into place before you start so you know where to draw. And then afterwards, you brush in the pencil and it really blends it. And I love this brush. I would say if you're a beginner to brows, go get this, because a couple of times I've used it, it looked very natural and I felt like I knew what I was doing even though I had no clue. So I would definitely recommend this. I got it in the color brunette. I have very dark brows and it blends perfectly. Then we have the Benefit, the Porefessional Agent Zero Shine. It's a Shine Vanishing Pro Powder, and this is new out to Benefit. I have not tried it yet. I'm super excited to try it because I hear great things about it. It comes in a little container like this, which is very unique. The bottom twists off and you've got a little brush inside. This pops down to create a bigger brush, and it's actually a brush I would use. It's very fluffy for a brush that comes with it, and it's very soft. Very convenient because the top screws off and this screws open and close, which is perfect for travel, and you just tap it into the lid, take off your brush, swirl it in there and use it. And I'm excited to try it because not only does it mattify you, which I like, but it's pore perfecting, invisible finish, and ultra lightweight. So I'm super excited to try this and let you know what I think. This was pretty expensive. It's $30 at Ulta. Then I got this Real Techniques powder brush. I do not own a big fluffy powder brush like this, and I've been wanting to get one. I don't use loose powder very often, but I just bought this Rimmel pressed powder and I wanted to try it with a big fluffy powder brush, and so far I love it. I'm so glad I got the Real Techniques because this brush was only $10, but it's just as soft and works just as well as the Sephora Pro brushes that I love so much. And I really can't wait to try some more brushes. I feel like I can buy ones that I don't use as often, but I don't feel so bad because at $10, I mean, and this was one of the more expensive. Some of the others were only $7, $8. I feel I can try some things and see if I like them without spending, you know, a bunch of money at Sephora. But so far, been loving this. You can see that the brush is pretty large, but it is perfect to swirl in this Rimmel. Tap it off, and then I use it to, I don't sweep it on over my foundation. I use it to press, swirl and press it on, and it doesn't move your foundation. And once you put concealer on blemishes, it won't rub that concealer off when you press it into your skin like that. And I think maybe this is part of the reason it looks so flawless with this powder, is because it's really getting a good application with the large fluffy brush. And last but not least, I got a new face wash at Ulta. This is what I was using previously, was the Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser. Before this, I used the Philosophy Purity Cleanser, which I love. I'm not saying anything bad about. It just gets really expensive. I'd been buying it for a long time. It's a good cleanser. I bought it because it doesn't have any medication. It's not drying. It's just a good foaming cleanser that doesn't strip your skin. But I was looking for the drugstore equivalent. You know, the Fresh Foaming Cleanser doesn't have any medication. It's just a makeup remover and cleanser, and it foams, which is good for oily skin. I went and tried the CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser for normal to oily skin. And normally CeraVe is for the drier skin types. I like the moisturizer because it doesn't have anything extra in it. But this says it was geared towards combo oily skin, so I was really excited to try it. And once again, it is foaming, which is great for oily skin. It does remove my eye makeup, and it's hydrating, but not overly hydrating to where it makes my skin oily. It just doesn't strip my skin, and so far I'm loving it. The smell is just very bland. It's just like any other Cetaphil or CeraVe product. It's going to be fragrance free, so it's not going to smell great, but it doesn't smell bad to me either, and it certainly doesn't linger when you wash it off. So I'm excited to finish the bottle and see over time how it does, because it's got ingredients in it that's supposed to help repair your skin barrier and just make your skin more healthy. But for a cleanser that has nothing in it, you don't want any like medication in it, you just want a good clean face, I love this, and it seems to work really well with my Clarisonic brush when I want to use it with that. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more information on any of the products here, if you want me to do a review on one solely, watch me apply it, watch how it wears throughout the day, then leave me a comment below and let me know what you want me to try. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you don't know, this is my very first YouTube video, and I am super excited to start making videos and doing product reviews and more or less just having an excuse to spend all this money on makeup and skincare products. I mean, I did it before I started YouTube, and so this just kind of gives me an excuse to spend the money and not feel so bad about it. At least I can tell you what I like and don't like and help you out when you go shopping. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, then subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.